What is up? Since you guys really enjoyed my last ranking video, I thought I'd give it another shot. Ever since then, there's been a lot more of those bootleg plushies that I talked about rolling out, but a certain set of them piqued my interest. I somehow found my way onto this Russian website where I discovered the motherload, 20 new bootlegs, and they are something. This specific set of plushies includes Dandy, Brightney, V, Shrimpo, Astro, Cosmo, Scraps, Finn, Poppy, Pebble, Sprout, Ginger, Gigi, Tisha, Rudy, Connie, Razzle and Dazzle, Shelly, and even Yada. And Bobette. Rudy, Ginger, and Yada and Bobette are the most notable ones as they haven't had any bootlegs before this, so let's hope they get a high ranking. Oh, and to catch you up, each plush will be ranked based on how accurate they are to the characters in the actual game. So let's get into it. Also, side note, some characters use their skins for some reason, but I won't dog points for that.
Disappointment in the game of life!
This plush can be described in one word. Really? You would think the face of the game and the character whose name is literally in the title would get a decent amount of effort put into it, but unfortunately there was none. Where do I begin with this thing? His body is all one color, his petal that he dyed orange dyed brown, and his green petal is his neck. I'm not sure how they reached that assumption. Even if you looked at Dandy from the front, you most likely wouldn't assume that's his neck. It's pretty obvious. One thing I didn't mention is that all of these plushies are flat and don't have detail on the back side. But since that's the case with every plush, I won't be taking it into consideration for simplicity's sake. So if a character, for example, usually has a tail but the bootleg doesn't, it won't get points taken off for it since, again, there's no detail on the back side of these. Anyways, Dandy, he's terrible, he gave me nightmares, he slept with my wife, but at least he's giving us a double thumbs up.
I'll be fine! A bite or two won't make me fat! Hey, you're already fat!
Look, it's the only plush that isn't flat. If anything, it's quite the opposite. Okay, look, I wanted to put this higher, but after comparing it to the actual Pebble, yeah, no way, this is too far gone. Just look at him, he has 90-degree angles for crying out loud. Like, seriously, what brought them to make him this fat? It's so funny. And if you take a look at his legs, oh, would you look at that, they're blue again, just like last time. It definitely bases plush off of a pre-existing Pebble bootleg, which explains that, but I'm still pissed.
Now, I'm really mad!
Shrimpo, it's no longer COVID, but please stay 6 feet away from me. Not only does he look more midget-like than he already was, but his colors are all off. His arms are entirely white instead of the 3 colors they're supposed to be. None of them are white, by the way. His legs also just have random lines, because why not? And a tail, ugh, not my Shrimpo. But again, he's just as angry as he should be.
Is that some honk me?
Bootleggers cannot get Astro right apparently because god, what happened to him? His hat covers half his damn head and is only one color, which of course is the completely wrong one. Same goes for his blanket, why is it blue? And he looks extremely uncomfortable as if the clothes he's wearing are suffocating him. It's just wrong.
There's this lamp. For some reason, the lamp itself was blurry.
You're probably asking, why the hell did they give her a shirt? And believe it or not, I have an explanation. There exists, or at least existed, another bootleg Brightney plush that looks strikingly similar with her sporting that shirt. The Russian brand most likely based their plush off this instead of actual images of the character. Damn, they really do not care. Regardless, this one is just eh. She's only this high since the head and face actually look fairly accurate, but otherwise she's also very awkward.
Spell red.
The sad thing about this one is that this is the best bootleg Sprout plush I've ever seen, and it still sucks. Why is it built like Elmo? Yeah, he faces the same color issues as the Sprout plush we talked about previously. He's got a mighty sunburn. And this time around, his torso is the same color as the rest of him, oddly enough. Everything else is alright, I suppose. At least they actually remembered the hair in the front this time to avoid another KSI situation.
Ah, the classic razzle-dazzle.
Oh, come on, they didn't even try with this one. They just took this image and slapped it on a plush. There is one glaring difference, however. You probably noticed. Those ribbons or that scarf or whatever it is massive, bigger than their body. Plus their heads are a little deformed. This might honestly be the laziest one on this list, but it could be worse.
Merry Crisis. Merry Chrysler.
Yeah, this one's a little funky. I think she might be getting strangled to death. We should call someone. Additionally, some of the colors are off and her hook looks really bad, but props to the team for actually getting the details on her sweater. You wouldn't expect that, would you? A bit cursed for her first appearance in the bootleg plush form, but aren't we all? Cosmo's head is real jank, and many of his colors are either off or too harsh and or both. Also, am I crazy, or are his eyes really large? Like, freakishly large? I still think he's okay, it's just the head that's the primary issue. I would never guess that that thing is a chocolate Swiss roll. It looks more like a frickin' Pop-Tart. You've heard of Chubby Tegan, but I'll do you one better. Chubby V. I could immediately tell this was based off of a pre-existing V bootleg just by the colors alone with that pastel green. Additionally, her arms are a little low, but I appreciate how the head is actually pretty square compared to other plushies, because that's, well, how it should be.
Oh, Gigi!
Not sure why they went with the rainy day skin for Gigi, but as they say, the more variety the better. She's alright, they got her arms decently, but my problems arise with her plastic shell. This is a gachapon, remember? Instead of making it white, which would make the most sense since it's transparent, they made it blue, which in turn makes it look like she's wearing a beanie. Everything's just got that little bit of awkwardness to it, but she means well.
Oh my god. Ginger?
Editor's note, I put this one way too high because I didn't realize that a lot of her details are missing, like her blush. But you know me, I'm too lazy to change it, so it's just gonna be here, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Why did they whitewash Ginger? Go see the Sunlow, bro. Jokes aside, she's not bad. The hair is surprisingly accurate, and so are the clothes. Her head's a little wonky since they didn't actually give her depth, but her bite mark does have an extra line to it to mimic depth. For the first ever Ginger bootleg plush, it's passable.
Everyone forgot about me.
Now this is the best Shelly plush I've seen. I would know a thing or two. Proportionally, some things are off with her head, and her shirt is a very bright yellow when it's not supposed to be, but otherwise it's... righty-ho!
So shiny, so strong!
We've reached good, I guess, territories, and we're starting it with Poppy. She got the same pale treatment Ginger had, but I really dig the shininess they added to her legs. I know it's not part of her character, but I just think it looks nice. Leave me alone! Not bad, Russia. Not bad.
If you're haunted, say.
Here's our girl Connie. Oh, her hair actually has depth. Wow. Congratulations. You get a cookie I bought from Whole Foods. The hat is just a semicircle, but you can probably make out what it's supposed to be. Look, I'm just happy we have a plush that finally got the colors right. Let me enjoy myself for once. Also, I find it hilarious how big the arms are. Tisha's an odd case. They put her in a maid dress. Tisha does have a skin where she wears one, but this is clearly her default color palette, and yet this was definitely based on it since the details on her dress are the same as in the game. That was an interesting choice for sure, but I unironically kinda like it. Is that dumb to say? She's missing her freckles, might I add, but it's no big issue. You probably forgot they were there anyways. Overall, a strange design choice, but it ended up working out.
I'm so tired, Finn.
Finn is really good, honestly. They nailed the details on his vest, and there's more of that shininess on his pants. Oh yeah. And look at that, he's even doing his idle pose. Nice touch. I don't have much to say about this one other than the fact that it's much better than the other one.
How did you make this so fast? How did you do this? It's been like fucking 30 minutes.
I think this Russian brand, Nevada Toys, must be working overtime because how in the flying fuck did they already make a Yada? And why is it good? For how detailed she is, you'd think they mess up somewhere, but they really didn't. Yes, I know she doesn't have her tails, but remember, backside details don't count towards the ranking for simplicity's sake. I'm impressed more than anything. I was expecting worse. Way worse. Aw, this one's actually cute. Oh, wait, wrong script. What I meant to say was, finally, they got Scraps' face right! Every bootleg I've seen of her has had that stupid twisted face for no apparent reason. But these masterminds actually put 2 and 2 together and fixed that face. Finally, finally. Okay, well anyway, she's basically perfect all around, and again, pretty adorable. No tail again, but how many times do I have to explain this? I don't care! Okay, who's left? Rudy? Him of all people? I would not expect him to look good. He hasn't even had a bootleg prior. This must be an error, right? No, it is not, my friends. Rudy has cracked the top spot with a baller plush. I mean, this looks scarily accurate. I can't even point out any flaws because I literally cannot find any. This is great. If you look closely even, you can see that they gave him an extra fluffy texture, which makes perfect sense for a reindeer. It is a bit odd that we got a Bluebell Rudy for a regular Rudy plush, but at least it is Rudy, and at least they actually tried. Bravo. That'll do it for this video. I greatly enjoy ranking these bootleg monstrosities when I get the chance, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it too, so let me know if you want more in the future. With that being said, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.